Good morning, everyone. My name is Francia. And today we're going to do a tutorial on Janu sirsasana A, B, and C. That way, when you practice your Ashtanga, you can use these modifications into your practice, or you can try to deepen your posture into the full expression of the posture. So we're actually going to start with just a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to do 2 or 3 sun salutations A and only 2 sun salutations B, just to get the body moving and get us ready for the practice. So let's come to a standing position. Come to the top of your mat, the toes and heels come together, the shoulders roll back and down. Feel the strength of your legs as you ground through the soles of your feet. And think about bringing your hip flexors slightly forward, tucking in through the tailbone, hollowing out the lower belly. So the space underneath the belly button, pull that area in and up. Lift through the rib cage, shoulders back and down, arms by your sides, chin parallel to the floor. And just take a moment here to find your breath. Nice, slow inhale, slow exhale. Soften the jaw and the shoulders as you breathe in and out. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. And now we'll start with Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, lift the arms. Bring the palms together and gaze towards the thumbs. Relax the shoulders back and down, press the soles of the feet. Exhale, gently fold forward, hinging from the hips. You can soften your knees here if you like. Bring your fingertips in line with your toes. Plant the palms of your hands down and let your head relax. Lengthen the tailbone up and roll the weight forward gently towards the toes. Move the elbows back as you move the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift halfway. You can come to the tips of the fingers as you straighten the legs. Hollow out the lower belly once more, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, plant your hands slightly forward of your feet as you bend your knees. You can step or you can jump, bringing your feet back to a high plank, and then exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, open up the chest, press up into upward facing. Take a moment here to kind of wiggle into the hips. Shoulders move back and down, let the hips drop. Try to press the tops of the feet on the floor and reach the heels up. So don't let the heels open out to the sides. Bring them in as you engage into the inner thigh. Exhale, curl over the toes and find your downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Hollowing out the lower belly, pressing into the fingers, moving the shoulder blades back and away. Letting the top of the head kind of just reach down and hang. If you want to move a little bit here, you can pedal out the legs and sway the hips. Or you can move the weight forward and back, finding your center. One more deep breath here, inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale to look forward. You can walk or you can step or you can try jumping your feet forward between your hands. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, slide those fingertips back in line with your toes, palms down, forehead towards the shin. Inhale, lift up, soften into the knees, and then allow the arms to come all the way up in towards the sky, palms together, gazing at thumbs. Exhale, arms by your sides. Good. The next 2, we're going to go a little bit faster. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, take your fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump. Inhale, up to upward facing. Exhale, back to downward facing. And this time, try to find a little bit more stillness once you settle your feet. Shoulder blades move away from the ears. The belly is hollowed out. The rib cage moves towards the thighs. Equal strength in both the left and right sides of the body. Feet parallel, hip width, hands parallel, shoulder width, fingers wide. And inhale, look forward between the hands. Step or jump your feet forward. Lengthen your body as soon as your feet land. Exhale, fold deeply, fingers and toes in one line. Inhale, soften the knees to rise up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and easy. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. And staying here. 1. Deep breathing. 2. 3. 4. Calming the mind. 5. Inhale, looking forward, step or jump. Lengthen the body. Exhale, line up the fingers and toes, palms down, forehead to shin. Inhale to rise, softening the knees or not, your choice. Exhale, arms by your side. Beautiful. Now just 2 B's, make sure the body's nice and warm. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, lift the chest, sit down like you're sitting into a chair. Gaze up towards the thumbs, trying to keep the heels down and the belly drawn in. Exhale, let's take that forward fold. Fingertips and toes line up once more. Forehead towards the shins, fold deeply. Inhale, lift halfway, creating space in the spine, shoulder blades back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump, all the way down as you exhale. Inhale. Upward facing, top to the feet down, shoulders back. You can lift your chin, look to the tip of your nose. Exhale, curl over the toes. Find your downward facing, don't shorten your step. Just bring your left heel into the center line and then slide or step your right foot forward between your hands. Get your feet, get your bearings. Inhale, rise up, lift the chest, bend the right knee, gaze up towards the thumbs. Shoulder blades back and down, sit strongly into your right leg. Exhale, hands come all the way down, step the right foot back and lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Open the heart and chest, chin up, look to the nose. Exhale, downward facing. Again, just the right heel moves into the center line so that you can step your left foot forward. It's okay if the back heel lifts. Just ground it down into the mat before you lift up into the inhale. Arms up, bend the left knee, palms together, gazing at your thumbs. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, left foot back, and take chaturanga. Moving nice and slow and steady. Inhale, upward facing. Open the chest, shoulders back, relax the glutes. Exhale, downward facing. And let's stay here. 1. Lift the kneecaps, contract the quadriceps. 2. Keep hollowing in through the lower belly. 3. Full body stretch here from fingertips to shoulders, shoulders to hips, and hips to heels. 4. Good, and 5. Now inhale, look forward, step, walk, or jump. Your feet forward, lengthen your body. Exhale, fold deeply. Again, fingertips and toes in one line. Inhale, bend your knees, bellies in, arms up, back to Utkatasana or chair pose. Exhale, arms by your side. Good, last one. Inhale, little bit faster. And exhale, take your fold. Move with your breath. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step, jump, and lower down. Inhale. And exhale. Now, left heel in, right foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, all the way with the exhale breath. Inhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Right heel in. Keep exhaling as you bring that left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale. All the way down. Long exhale breath. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here. 1. Belly draw deeply in. 2. Calming the mind. 3. Settling into your body. 4. If you need a break here, you can always take balasana at any point. But we're almost there. 5. Inhale, look forward. Step, walk, or jump. Lengthen. And then exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up. And exhale, back to standing. Good. So what we're going to do first, before we start our Janu sirsasana, is we're going to take a malasana. Take your block, place it on the ground in front of you, step forward in front of the block, and let's sit down onto the block, let the knees open out to the sides. So pretty comfortable, hopefully. You want to keep the spine nice and straight. You want to allow the shoulders to roll back. Your feet are grounded, your toes are kind of pointing out to the sides for now. And just maybe hold on to your knees and just see where your hips are today. And we're gonna bring the left arm on the inside of the left knee, right arm inside of the right knee, press the palms together, lift the chest, and we're just gonna find a nice, comfortable balasana here. Not too much tension. You can kind of play around here with your shoulders, your chest, moving into the space in between. Make sure that lower belly stays drawn nicely in. We're going to change this a little bit, so don't change the arms. Just open your heels out to the sides so that your feet almost become as parallel as possible that you can get them. They may not be fully parallel, but try to bring the toes in, heels out, and then stay a few more breaths. So you'll feel that the knees kind of press into the elbows. See if you can relax the knees and use the elbows and the arms to open a little bit wider through that space. Hollow out the belly and keep the big toe side of the feet grounded, rooted, and steady. Don't roll onto the pinky toe side of the feet. It makes it too easy to do that. So a little bit of effort here to keep your feet grounded. And then exhale, let's release the arms. Take the feet out once more if that's more comfortable. And then let's just roll ourselves forward, rounding the back. Kind of curl into your body here. So just allow yourself to curl on the inside of your arms, of your legs. If possible, maybe the elbows can come to the floor. Mine aren't quite there yet, but maybe yours are. Just kind of see how you feel. Maybe rock forward a little bit and rock back. Kind of gaze towards the tip of the nose. Relax the shoulders. Keep drawing into the lower navel. Stay rounded and rooted. See if you can get a little closer to those elbows to the mat. And then inhale, head up only. Exhale there, and let's release. Good. Bring the knees in. Just give yourself a nice rounded hug. Forehead to the knees. All right, so from here, we're going to come off the block. So just bring your hands back, lift up off the block, and come to sit on the mat. Move the block off to the side. We're going to use it again in a moment. So what we're going to do now is Janu sirsasana A. Extending that left leg. The toes are pointing towards you, and the left leg is engaged. So you don't want to have a floppy, loose leg when you do this posture. Now the right leg is going to hug in towards the body. So you want to pull into the belly, lift up the chest, hug that leg in. And if you notice, if I turn towards you, the foot is nice and flat in the beginning part of this posture. Then we're going to open that knee to the side and hug the foot into the groin so that the heel is right at the inside of the left leg where it meets the body, I guess, the groin, and the toes are pointing straight forward towards that left heel. So the leg is out, and when you look down, it's about a 90-degree angle, like an L. From this position, you want to rotate your chest over your left thigh. And then you can kind of rearrange, settle your hips. And then if you want, you can start to walk the hands towards that left foot. So a couple different ways to do this. Once the leg is in place, you can keep the fingertips on the floor. You can drop the elbows down. You can try to find your foot or your ankle or shin, or you can go into a deeper bind by grabbing a hold of your fingers or your wrist. The depth of this forward fold really doesn't matter. What matters is this situation here. You don't want that knee pointing forward and the foot tucked underneath your leg. You don't want that foot separated from your thigh. So keeping that foot in line with the inner thigh is going to be key to you finding your deepest fold. So once you have your bind or your fold, however you want it, make sure you square off the shoulders. So a lot of times we dip ourselves to the left because all the weight is going that way. So we want to bring some more weight to the right. Shoulders are square, both shoulders in one line. And then from there, we can release, chin towards the shin or chin towards the knee. That left leg is still contracted, is still foot flexed, nice and strong. Right knee is down on the mat. If you have tightness in your hip and your knee is kind of lifted a little bit, that's okay. Just keep pulling it down towards the floor. Let's hold here. Just take some time to get into your version of this posture the best you can. Keep pulling into the navel. Let's hold one more breath if possible. Inhale. Exhale fully. Now, with the next inhale, don't do anything else other than just lift your head and chest. Shoulders back. Move the shoulders back. Keep holding onto your deepest bind. Then, with the exhale, we're going to release the bind and we're going to come back to upright. Now, in the traditional Asana method, we take a jump back. So we're going to do that here. So from this position, turning back to the front, we're going to go ahead and bring that right knee up, extend it forward. One thing I'd like to do, especially in my practice, is alternate which foot I put in front each time I jump back. So if I did the right side, then the right foot is going to go in front. So I cross the right foot over the left, tuck him in towards the body, hands right in front of the feet. Try not to bring your hands too far forward because then you have to bring your knees down. So if you have your hands close to your feet, inhale, you can pick yourself up just like we do after we do Navasana. And then we can step the feet back and our hands don't have to move. From there, Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing, exhale, downward facing. Good. Now we're going to jump through for the other side. The left side, which means the left foot should be in front. So we take the left foot behind the right ankle or the right wrist, right foot behind the left wrist, wiggle yourself through, try to keep your butt lifted, and exhale, sit down. Good. Right leg nice and engaged, foot flexed, left foot planted in, hug it in towards the body. It's a good idea to start your posture here and not to go right into the open knee. From there, the knee opens out to the left and the foot hugs in towards the groin, toes pointing forward. So keep that left foot flexed to keep it engaged. Notice the knees off to the side. Depending on your flexibility, your knee may be a little higher than mine. That's fine. Align your torso with your right leg. So turn your torso to face the right leg. Fingertips can come on the floor. You can walk yourself forward. See how far down you can go with ease. You can grab the ankle, the foot. You can interlace the fingers or grab your wrist. All kinds of options here for you. This leg hasn't moved. This hip is an external rotation. And then once you have your grip, square off your shoulders. So don't dump your weight to the right. Bring that left shoulder down and forward. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, try and bring your chin towards your shin. So regardless of your level of flexibility and your ability to come into this deep or not so deep, it really doesn't matter. What matters here is that you find the extension and you keep your weight even. So you're not dumping all your weight on your right side, nor your left side, but you're nice and even in the center. That right leg is engaged. You have that 90-degree angle with your legs, making that L shape. Belly's drawn in. Gaze to the tip of your nose. Stay with your breathing. One more deep inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, only lifting the head. Look towards your toes, shoulders whack, or just a little bit past your toes. Exhale there. Release your bind, come back to center. Now we're gonna lift that left leg up. This happens pretty quickly in our practice. Extend the left leg. We just did the left, so now the left foot is gonna go in front of the right. Cross your feet. Tuck them underneath you. Hands in front. Inhale. Pick yourself up. Exhale. Step, step. Take chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing. Okay. From here, we're going to jump through to do Janu sirsasana V. So right side, we move the right foot first. Look forward. Top of the right foot behind the left wrist. Left foot behind the right. Don't let those knees drop. Wiggle your feet through. Extend one leg, then the other. Sit down. Good. So Janu V, exactly the same setup as Janu A. Bend the knee into the body, drop the knee to the side, and the heel into the groin. Now, here's the difference. With this one, we want to pick ourselves up and sit on top of this foot. Don't point your toes. The right foot, keep the right foot flexed, the toes pointing forward towards that left heel. So what we want to try and do when you pick yourself up is try not to go forward, but instead literally up, just like between Navasana, right? When we pick ourselves up, hands on the mat or on the floor in front of you. Right hand in front of your right shin, left hand in front of your left hip. Inhale, pull into the belly. Lean forward slightly so you have some leverage and lift your butt up off the floor. Then you're gonna slide that leg forward and wiggle your hips down to sit on top of the right ankle. So I'm gonna turn a little bit more diagonal so you can see a little bit better. Inhale up, sliding forward, we sit down. Toes are still pointing forward towards the left ankle. Now from here, same thing. Maybe perhaps you're like, oh, this is tough, feels awkward, my ankle, my hip, whatever it is happening, maybe you just stay upright. And this is perfectly okay to do. Find Mula Bandha, lift through the rib cage. Or you can start, like we did before, to walk your hands down the left leg on either sides of the left leg. If this is accessible, maybe you find your ankle, or maybe you find your foot, whatever you can find. And then same as before, that right shoulder needs to find that same elevation as the left. So both shoulders in one line. And then you can take your fold. Maybe you find a deeper bind with your hands or your wrist. And once more, chin towards the shin. You're pulling into the lower navel because that's the part that's pressing in. Your heel is right in the space between your genitals and the anus. So you're kind of finding that space there. Make sure you're not feeling pain, but instead a little bit of discomfort because it doesn't feel quite, awesome. And then inhale, just the head lifts up, shoulders back, bellies in. Exhale, let's release. Come back up to upright. We're gonna lift our hips up and get off the heel. So inhale, pick up the hips, slide yourself off the heel, and then take a moment there. We're gonna go ahead and come back into our jump back. So right foot over the left, tuck them in. Inhale, pick it up nice and slow. Step, step. Normally we go fast through these. We're breaking it down, so go nice and slow. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good. We gotta do the left side. Inhale, first the left foot, then the right, so that you can keep that left foot in front. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle yourself through. Left leg extends, right leg extends, and we sit. Preparing for the other side. Left foot hugs in, just like Janu sirsasana A. Left knee rolls out, heel to the groin. Hands in front of the left shin and right hip. Inhale, lean forward, pick yourself up, slide your right leg forward to sit on your heel. Notice where my toes are. They're not behind me. You shouldn't be able to see your toes on the other side of your body. So your toes should be pointing straight forward towards that right leg. From here, inhale, lengthen the torso, and then either stay upright with your arms, or you can start to walk your hands down. You can find your ankle. You can find your foot, your bind. Find the grip that feels best for you, and then square off those shoulders. So don't lean to the side. Keep your left shoulder down, right shoulder down. Exhale. exhale, chin towards your shin, the best you can. Deepen your exhale breaths. Slow it down. Your heel is in that uncomfortable spot there, like a bicycle seat. You want to make sure that you're engaging into Mula Bandha. Exhale fully. Now with the next inhale, let's lift just the head. Shoulders roll back. Lift everything up. Exhale, release your spine. Hands into the floor. Lift your hips. Slide yourself back so you're off your heel back in Janu A. And then we're ready for our jump back. So left foot in front of the right foot this time. Hands in front. Pick yourself up. Slide your feet back. Step, step. And chaturanga. Notice the hands don't move when we do this. We're not moving the hands forward or back. We're keeping them in one spot. All right. Take a moment here in downward facing dog. If you need a little break, you can take balasana. Or you can stay in down dog, your choice. One more breath. We're going to move into the last of the Janu. So Janu sirsasana feet. Inhale, look forward. Right foot first, then the left, because we're going to do the right side. Wiggle yourself through and sit. All right, so we're gonna practice this one with the block and then without the block. You're gonna grab the block, place it behind you, kind of pick yourself up and sit up on top of the block so that the block is taking up the space of your whole butt. You're sitting on it just like we were before in Malasana. So from here, make sure that when you extend that left leg, you don't hyperextend the knee. There's nothing behind the knee, so don't hyperextend it. Just contract the quadricep and keep the foot flexed. We're going to bend the right knee into the chest. I'll turn it towards you once more. So the right knee bends into the chest. And we're going to open that knee to the side. The heel is lifted, the toes are down. So this might be as far as your body will allow you to go. And if it is, then you're going to stay upright. It's not a good idea to lean forward if your right foot is not in the right position. But if you have the ability to lift that right foot, kind of bring it in towards the body, but keep pointing the toe down, then bring the toe down and the heel into the groin so that the knee can reach down towards the floor. It may touch, it may not. If it does touch, it's a good thing because it gives you a foundation to come forward. If that knee is up in the air, you feel a little bit like you're going to fall off your block, but you won't. Stay grounded through the pelvis and pull that knee down, not with your hand, but with the effort of your thigh to relax that knee towards the floor. So when you look down at your toes, they're extended back, right? They're flexed back, and your whole foot, the sole of your foot, is kind of flush against your inner thigh. From here, we're going to take the hands forward, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, start to fold. Maybe walk the hands forward. All of this is extra. Just keeping the leg in position and the body upright, you're doing the asana. It's going to be intense for the toes. It's okay. Don't worry about it. They'll bounce back. If you can, grab a hold of the foot, the ankle, the shin, whatever you can find, or even find a deeper bind. Inhale, lengthen torso. Once more, square off those shoulders. And then exhale, take your fold, chin towards the shin. So if you have the block underneath you, it should supply you with enough lift that you're allowing yourself to come forward. But remember, you can always stay upright. Stay here. Good. Breathe easy, wherever you are, whether you're upright or whether you're all the way into the asana, doesn't matter. Allow yourself to be in the position that feels right for you. I'll go somewhere in the middle just to show. And then when you're ready to come out, take another exhale breath. And then inhale, we lift the chest. So even though I wasn't binding, I wasn't coming all the way down, I'm still going to lift my chest. And then exhale, let's release. Lift that knee up, extend that right foot, and let's give it a little wiggle. Good. All right, we're going to take the other side right away. We'll do the jump throughs when we do the one without the block. So right leg extended, left leg comes in. We're going to lift onto the toe, open the foot off to the side. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways. Open the knee out to the side so that the heel comes towards the right groin. And then possibly bring it in. Toes are down. Kind of find your positioning here. trying to get that foot to be as perpendicular to the floor as possible. Then you're gonna allow that left knee to drop down. On this side, I'm a little bit more tight on my hips, so the knee takes some time to drop down. It's not gonna drop down automatically. But as I find myself lifting and extending, I can start to bring my weight forward. Here they come, sabotaging my class every time. Now, if the knee comes down, it's good, you have the foundation. If it doesn't, no worries, stay upright. Allow yourself to walk or extend forward, but don't punch in your back. Instead, lead with your chest. So only come down as far as your body allows, right? So you don't want to kind of curl in, but instead reach out. From here, you can grab your foot, your ankle, you can grab your wrist, whatever feels right, and then find your deepest fold, bringing your chin towards the shin. So wherever you are, your shoulders are even, you're feeling grounded through the hips. Those toes are talking to you right now. It's a very intense sensation in the toes. If it's too intense, you can always go more upright. Wherever you are, inhale, lift the chest, lift the shoulders back, lift the chin. Exhale, release your bind or release your position and come back. Now we're gonna lift the left knee up, extend the left leg, and now we'll come off the block to take our jump back. So we did both sides. We're gonna come back with the right leg first. So right leg first, inhale, pick it up, exhale, jump back, take your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, tops of the feet down, drop those hips, kick the heels up, shoulders back, chin up, gaze the tip of your nose, exhale, downward facing. All right, settle in with your breath. And we'll go ahead and jump through to seated. So let's do the left side first this time. So left foot forward, right foot forward, stay lifted, strong in your arms, wiggle, wiggle, extend, and sit. Here's a modification and an option for you if you don't want to use the block and you still want to go into this posture, but you're not able to go into the full version of it just yet. You're going to bring the right knee in towards the body, open the foot out to the side, just like you did before, lifting the heel. Dukes, can you move out the way? Come here. Duke, move out the way. All right, here we go. So what we want to do is take that whole foot in towards the chest. My goodness gracious. All right. So the whole foot comes in towards the chest. So what I like, how I started practicing this posture is I would take that right arm underneath the calf so that I can kind of bring that whole hip in. This is the first part of it. Then the toes press against the heel of the hand and you can pull those toes back. This imitates the same thing that the floor would do if the toes were on the mat. Then you want to pull the heel up and then just hold there. So this is maybe a little bit more accessible way to find this shape. Notice it's really the exact same shape with the toes on the floor than with the foot up in the air. So you're making that stretching out the sole of the foot, you're still opening that hip out to the side, and you're still kind of finding this nice tall back. The left leg is rooted and grounded, the belly's drawn in. And if you want to try bringing those toes down, you can release that right hand, bring those toes down towards the body. You can kind of walk them in, press the heel into the groin, and let the knee come down. So if there's ever any pain in your right knee, you want to avoid what you're doing. So if pain is an indication that you've gone too far or that you're moving in a way that is not quite right for your body. So a little bit of pain, then you want to kind of adjust your foot, maybe slide it forward a bit. A little bit of pain in the ankle, same thing, slide your toes forward, but you want to have your big toe and your pinky toes on the floor. So from there, we're going to just release, bring it forward and extend, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So left knee folds in, open it to the side, toes are down. The left hand is going to slide underneath the calf muscle, between the thigh and the calf muscle, and you're going to pick up that leg. So pick up the leg, bring the heel of the hand to the toes, so you pull those toes backwards. Then with the right hand, you're going to pick up your heel, and then we're going to stay right here. And one side's gonna be a little bit more tight than the other, and you might wanna move or sway, or you might wanna just find stillness. As the shoulders roll back, you're creating that same shape that you would be if the toe was on the floor. Notice it's the exact same thing. The only difference is it's a little bit more gentle because it's floating. So you don't have to use any force nor any weight. You're using just the amount of effort you can with your arms and using your core to keep you upright. That knee still opens out to the side. If you want to try and see if it's possible to bring those toes down without your hips being elevated, just bring them down towards the mat. Allow them to come down, heel into the right groin. Sometimes I like to take a little slide forward to kind of see where that is. And then if this knee doesn't touch the floor, none of your business. You're going to leave that knee be. Make sure there's no pain. But you want to engage into the thigh just enough to maybe bring it down towards the mat. And we can just stay here. There's no need to fold forward. There's no need to change anything. Remember, as we're building these asanas, it's about internal awareness and about creating a safe place for us to do it. So as the body feels safe and as the body opens up, we can go deeper. We can do a deeper version. For now, this is a perfectly good, happy place to be for our legs. Good. Exhale there. Lift the chest, belly's in. And then slowly inhale. Bring everything back to center. We'll do one more jump back. This time the left foot in front. Kind of cross the feet. Hands can now be behind or in front of the toes. If they're behind, it's a little harder because you have to pick yourself up and wiggle your feet back or slide them back before you step them back into a high plank. From there, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful work today, you guys. Let's take your downward facing dog for a couple of breaths. Belly's drawn in, shoulders soften. And then inhale, look forward. Step or jump your feet forward, however you wish to do so. And we're gonna lay down on our backs. Keep the feet planted on the floor. Relax the shoulders. Let the knees fall in towards each other, the feet apart. You can bring your hands to your torso or to your sides. And just take constructive rest. Nice deep inhale, slow, gentle exhale. Couple more breaths. We're going to release any tension or tightness. We're going to let everything go. As you're ready, exhale, open the knees and let's slide the legs out and take Shavasana. Arms by your sides, palms facing up. Feet flop out to the side, shoulders relax. Steady your breath. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Take rest. Take your time to come out of Savasana. Just allow yourself a couple of breaths here in upright seated position. Notice your hips, your ankles, your knees, even your lower back. All parts of our bodies that need to work, contract, relax, extend, whatever it is in the Janu sirsasana poses. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.